The Flintstones episode titled El Negocio del Circo presents one of the most intriguing intersections between domestic animated comedy and reflections on popular entertainment culture. At the surface level, it is an amusing tale of Fred Flintstone attempting to join a circus that arrives in Bedrock. Yet beneath its comedic charm lies a multifaceted commentary on social aspiration, economic insecurity, and the allure of spectacle in a society where identity is shaped as much by performance as by authenticity. When one analyzes the episode with attention to symbolic detail rather than plot summary, its thematic richness becomes clear. The initial setting of Bedrock in its peaceful routine provides an essential backdrop. The show has always thrived on its ability to mirror 20th century suburban life in a prehistoric world. And this episode capitalizes on that contrast beautifully. As the circus caravan enters the quiet town, it seems almost like an invasion of color and whimsy into the monotony of everyday existence. Children run toward the parade. Adults gather in curiosity, and the atmosphere shifts from predictability to anticipation. The transformation of the town's energy is not only a narrative device, but also a metaphor for how entertainment disrupts normalcy. This mirrors real-world experiences where festivals, parades, and shows temporarily reshape the social rhythm of a community. When Fred becomes enthralled by the circus, one cannot help but notice the subtle critique of escapist desires. Fred's mind quickly drifts from his responsibilities at the quarry and his domestic life. He imagines himself in glamorous costumes, flying through the air, receiving applause from crowds. These fantasies are depicted with humor, but they reveal insecurity beneath Fred's bravado. He longs for validation that his routine life does not provide. The circus becomes a symbol of everything he feels he lacks. This ties into a fascinating psychological thread running throughout the episode: the desire to reinvent oneself through performance. The circus performers represent alternative identities that contrast with Fred's established persona as a quarry worker. His eagerness to join them speaks to a very real human tendency to romanticize other professions. The animators cleverly portray the circus acts through an exaggerated yet detailed lens, emphasizing their difficulty without stripping away their magic. The tightrope walkers sway precariously. The acrobats leap with precision. And even the prehistoric animals used in the acts demonstrate coordination that clearly contradicts Fred's belief that circus life is simple. These visuals highlight the skill behind the spectacle while simultaneously foreshadowing Fred's inevitable struggles. The narrative deepens when Fred announces to Wilma that he intends to join the circus. This moment brings domestic tension into focus. Wilma's reaction is not merely annoyance. It reflects a deeper concern about stability, financial responsibility, and Fred's recurring impulsiveness. Her fear is not based on lack of faith but on experience. Throughout the series, she has seen Fred pursue fleeting dreams, and the circus plan fits the same pattern. Her role in the episode aligns with the archetype of the grounded partner who must restore equilibrium when the dreamer destabilizes the household. However, the writing avoids making Wilma unsympathetic. Instead, her position feels emotionally intelligent and realistically portrayed. The contrast between Wilma's realism and Fred's fantasized ambitions makes the episode resonate well beyond simple cartoon humor. As Fred enters the circus training grounds, the tone shifts from wonder to comedic chaos. The rehearsal scenes echo the classic tradition of physical comedy found in silent cinema. Fred is tossed, launched, flipped, and entangled in a sequence of escalating mishaps. While humorous, these sequences also serve to dismantle the illusion of effortless performance. The circus trainers, though strict, are portrayed as professionals whose craft deserves respect. Fred's early interactions with them demonstrate his lack of understanding of their world. He enters with an overconfident swagger, only to realize that he is not prepared physically or mentally. This theme of confronting the limits of ambition is central to the episode's message. Meanwhile, Barney's involvement brings warmth to the narrative. His initial skepticism toward Fred's plan gradually evolves into quiet support. Barney rarely seeks attention, yet he becomes an essential stabilizing force. His understated loyalty contrasts with Fred's loud enthusiasm, creating a balance that reinforces their friendship's emotional depth. In one particularly effective scene, Barney witnesses Fred practicing unsuccessfully and offers encouragement instead of ridicule. This highlights one of the most endearing aspects of their relationship. Despite their differences, they uplift one another in moments of vulnerability. As Fred prepares for his first official performance, the storytelling takes a more introspective turn. The camera focuses more frequently on Fred's expressions of anxiety, doubt, and longing. It is in these small details that the emotional complexity of the episode emerges. The audience sees a man caught between the thrill of possibility and the fear of humiliation. This internal conflict elevates the narrative by exploring how individuals grapple with risk and identity. When the night of the performance arrives, the big top transforms into a stage of high stakes. The drum rolls, the lights, and the eager audience all amplify Fred's anxiety. His act begins awkwardly and quickly spirals into unintentional comedy. Yet here, the animators introduce a clever twist. Instead of rejecting Fred, the audience embraces him. They interpret his mistakes as humor, responding with laughter and applause. This moment is pivotal. It reveals that success sometimes emerges from unexpected directions. Fred fails to be the performer he wanted to be, yet he becomes a performer nonetheless. His authenticity, clumsiness, and earnestness form a unique identity that resonates with the crowd. This is a profound observation about how audience perception shapes performance. Many entertainers throughout history have succeeded by embracing their natural quirks rather than conforming to idealized expectations. Fred inadvertently learns this lesson while in the spotlight. After the performance ends, the circus manager enthusiastically offers Fred a role in their comedic acts, believing he has found a new star. However, Fred declines, realizing that circus life is not aligned with his true self. This return to self-awareness marks a mature shift in his character arc. Fred acknowledges both his desire for recognition and the importance of his life in Bedrock. The episode ends with a heartfelt reunion with Wilma, where the tone softens into quiet acceptance. The closing moments reinforce the episode's central idea. Dreams are essential, but anchoring oneself in reality matters just as much. On a larger thematic scale, the episode examines the societal fascination with performance culture. In a world increasingly shaped by media and spectacle, individuals are continuously tempted to reinvent their identities in pursuit of admiration. El negocio del circo illustrates how this pursuit can be both humorous and emotionally revealing. The circus serves as a metaphor for the public stage where identities are tested, reshaped, and sometimes discarded. Watching the episode from a contemporary perspective enhances its relevance. In an age of social media where self-presentation is constant, the circus metaphor feels especially poignant. People often try new personas, seeking attention or validation, much like Fred trying to become a performer. The lesson that emerges from his experience is universal. Fulfillment arises not from pretending to be someone else, but from embracing one's authentic self. Personally, the episode resonates because it captures the universal tension between comfort and ambition. Fred's attempt to escape his routine mirrors real-life desires for change, excitement, or recognition. Yet the episode gently reminds viewers that meaning often resides in the ordinary. The circus dazzles, but home sustains. Rewatching the episode as an adult reveals layers of emotional and social insight that may go unnoticed by younger viewers. Its humor functions not as mere entertainment, but as a bridge to deeper understanding of human aspiration, identity, and the balance between fantasy and responsibility. El negocio del circo is far more than a comedic diversion. It is a thoughtful exploration of vulnerability, authenticity, and the courage to dream without losing oneself.